Outlaw 209, and I got my Glock 43 here. If you guys haven't seen one of my previous videos, when I shot this gun on New Year's, we had some malfunctions with it. Some pretty gnarly ones where the round got trapped up underneath the feed ramp, where it lodged itself and made it kind of weird, and I couldn't get the slide to reciprocate, and I couldn't get the mag out. And when I did, all the rounds popped out. It was just a gnarly malfunction. So I want to try and see if I can recreate it or give it a go and see if this gun will work. Again, I was using these Hornady bullets here, so I have those, and then I also have just some regular hollow points right here. So we'll see how well it cycles. I think I have 2 magazines of them. Let me see here. Yeah, 2 magazines of them, and we'll just shoot it and just continuously shoot it. I'm not going to edit the shooting part, and see how it goes. And then we're going to use the Terran Tactical extension as it fed there. So it might be just a hiccup, a once in a lifetime kind of thing. So put our ears on, got our eyes on, and we'll shoot. Here we go. We're gonna be shooting right in. I don't have a target, I don't have anything like that. We're just gonna check function. Here we go. Fed all those. Fed all those. Fed all those. Fed all those. I think we got one more mag. Fed all those. So here's another mag with those hollow points in there. And we'll see. We fed it. And that's it. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those freak occurrences. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what was the deal with that. Very odd malfunction to have. So we'll have to go inside. Let's go inside and clean it. Take you over there to the target area. Pretty on point for what it is, looking at the snow. You see there? You can see right through there. There you go. See the hole? Pretty accurate for what it is. So we'll go inside and check it out. Take it apart and clean it, and then talk a little bit more. We're back inside, and I put 6 mags, even used the precious base plate mag, and it worked. You know, I don't know what that was. A freak occurrence, I guess you would say it is. But I mean, if I'm going to advocate for the Second Amendment and tell you how important that is, I'm going to advocate that you shoot your guns, that you know what the gun is capable of and what you're capable of. If you don't get anything else out of the channel, get that, and shoot your guns. I mean, we can look at it, dude. All the YouTubers, you know, they open their safes and it glows because they got a bunch of safe queens in there. But I don't have that mentality. This is the safe queen mentality. I think if you buy a gun, you should shoot your gun. You should train with that gun. You know, it's cool to have a barbecue gun and be all shiny and people ask you questions about it. What happens at that barbecue, it goes awry. And you pull out that nice shiny, you know, barbecue gun, name brand, whatever it is, and it jams on you. and it has a jam like I experienced, then that gun's worthless. Yeah, it's shiny. Yeah, it's a name brand, but it's not going to protect you. And I carried this gun. I carried my LCP, my 642, my 442. That was my rotation. I took this out of the rotation until I can, verify that that's just a freak occurrence. Maybe the bullets were out of spec. When I buy ammunition, especially for new time people and new gun owners, I just don't buy a box of ammunition, take it and throw it in my my ammo box or in my safe. I don't. I look at it. I inspect it, make sure the primers aren't backwards, make sure the bullet's seated correctly, and it's not wonky in there. I've had ammunition that, it was underpowered, but it sat in my my ammo can for about a year, 2 years, until I took it out, and it was, I'm shooting underpowered loads, half of a box, and all the other rounds shot fine. So it's always good to shoot your ammo. It's always good to rotate that stuff out. Those hollow points been sitting in there for a couple years now, so rotate it. Especially if you're carrying around with one in the chamber, look at that bullet off and on while you're carrying it. Every time if you unload your firearm when you come home, look at that bullet that was put in the chamber. Sometimes it can start, getting pushed back into the casing. It's always important to check your firearms, to shoot your firearms, to inspect the things that go along with your firearms. A lot of people, criticize me for my SD9 video. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have the patience to sit there and gunsmith a gun. Yeah, I did put together a couple of rifles, but, I believe if I'm going to buy a gun off the shelf, that it should work out of the box. Now, I know Kimber and some of the other 1911s and things like that, they take a little bit of time, and you got to put quite a few rounds through it to kind of, get that tolerance to where it needs to be. But some of these other guns, like that SD9, I didn't have time for that. If I got to sit there and change every little doodad on a gun, I'm going to go find a different gun that I can take out of the box and I can shoot it. Now, if it needs a little bit of help along the way, that's fine, but not what I experienced. And some people will say, oh, I never had a problem with mine. Well, I sold a bunch of those guns to people, and I've ran into them off and on throughout the time I sold those firearms and a bunch of other ones, and they developed the same issues or different issues that I didn't have. But still, there's a lot of things that go on with firearms, and if I'm going to sit here and do a firearm enthusiastic channel presentation, I'm going to tell you to go shoot. I understand ammo's not cheap, dude. Nowadays I just shot probably $120 worth of ammo, but I don't care, because I don't put a price on my life. My life is priceless, so God forbid if I had to pull this gun out and I developed that kind of malfunction, dude, I'm going to be in a world of hurt. Not only am I only gaining a round or two from that extended base plate, these guns are only 6-round mags, so just squeezing one off, that might not be enough. And for you young kids, shooting's a perishable skill. So when you get down the road, don't think you're going to be a clutch shot every time. It doesn't happen that way in society. So if I'm going to do anything, man, I'm going to shoot my guns. I understand. I have a couple nice looking guns, but I still shoot them. I'll clean them and get them back what they look like. But I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to make sure they work. I'm carrying these guns to protect myself, my family, and all the crap that I own. I want to make sure they work. I don't want to have to clear malfunctions. How many times have we seen all those videos out there on the internet? Go research it. All these cops that are constantly shooting and then clearing malfunctions. You never know when you're going to get one of those. That's a lot of times why I carry a revolver. A little bit more simplicity there. And I don't have to kind of tangle with a magazine issue. But those guns can have a malfunction as well. So no gun is ever purified into that category of never having a malfunction. So I can't advocate more than to go shoot. I understand it's expensive, but how much is your life worth? You can have all the cool guns that you want, but yet if they don't work, what good are they? Go shoot. Go be proficient with your gun. Training classes is one thing. Especially if you can afford the 500 round count. Some people say, even 1,000. But it's going to be beneficial. You're going to have those skills. You just have to build upon them and keep them at a high level. So it's very important that you do this stuff. That's why I took this gun out of the rotation. Then we shot all those rounds. I want to make sure this gun works before I start wheeling it around society. I don't want to have that issue ever again. You know, I can clear stovepipe, tap rack and bang and things like that. But this gun was locked completely off. I would have to sit there and really struggle to get the mag out and to get those rounds that were all jumbled up into the slide. That was a process, and you only have a limited amount of time in reality, you know, to protect yourself. It's not like the movies, folks, especially the young kids. It's not like the movies. It's not John Wick. It's not Call of Duty out here in society. You know, it's a bang bang situation. We see it all the time happening, and society's really unbalanced now. So I want to make sure my gun works. I want to make sure if I do have to clear a malfunction off a gun, it's not going to be that catastrophic where the gun is inoperable. It's just that simple. So shoot your guns. You know, put them to the test. Put them to the limits. Just don't buy the gun and throw it in your safe and forget about it. Shoot them. Become, you know, a decent shooter with your firearm. Practice. You know, the old saying, cliche, practice makes perfect. You know, but again, you know, I ain't getting no younger, so I might as well go out there, shoot when I have the time, or make time to do that, because I know in the end, it's going to benefit me, it's going to benefit my family, and it might keep me on this earth a little bit longer. So always go out and shoot. I'm glad there was no more malfunctions with this gun. This isn't a safe queen. This is a gun that I beat to death. You know, I've shot hundreds upon hundreds of rounds through this gun and never had an issue before. And now all of a sudden that gun developed an issue. I'm going to really stop carrying this gun and really figure out if this issue is going to persist. You know, and or if I need to take it to a gunsmith and have them look at it. But at this point, you know, I just put a bunch of rounds through it, no malfunctions. I'll put another magazine through it, and of ball ammo or hollow points, whatever I'm going to do. Usually I just shoot it with my carry ammo because that's what's going to be in the gun in the first place, and see how it's going to react. You know, this is always going to be in the back of my mind with this gun now. So I'm going to make sure it works. I'm going to make sure I can be, you know, dependent on this, and that I'm dependent on putting rounds where they need to go in the long haul. Go out there and shoot, folks. If you're not going to listen to anything else I say, please listen to that. I greatly do appreciate my old and my new subscribers, just the people that zip through. I greatly do appreciate it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do that for everybody that you watch on all the other platforms. Honestly, it does help. Come into my live chats Wednesday night, 9:30, 10ish, whenever my internet wants to work. Become part of the conversation. I don't know it all, and I don't tend to make myself out to be like that. But there's a lot of knowledgeable people that come and run into that chat. And if you have any questions that I or Night Strike cannot answer, there's people in there that probably can. So it's always beneficial to get information. Because I always say, when information stops flowing, that's when problems start to occur. And like always, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.